Hey everybody, welcome back to the shop. So hopefully the fans are running and it's not making too much background noise. As you can see, it's dark and I gotta close the doors up or I'm gonna get Weston off from the amount of mosquitoes out here. So I'm gonna try to speak up. Hopefully you guys can hear me. And if not, I'll just reshoot the video. So just a quick one today. I ran out to the local O'Reilly's, I guess, I don't know, in the last weekend, early last week. So it's been about a week now. And I just grabbed a couple things, just like three little items real quick that I just grabbed, something that I needed at the shop. And it got me thinking, every now and again I do this, probably a couple times a month, once a month. I'll be passing through to get oil or coolant or a part or whatever, and I just grab a couple extra things that I need. And I guess we'll just call them shop consumables, accessories, whatever. This is more, I guess, accessories than consumables. But it's just things that you're forever losing, breaking because they're cheaper made or whatever. But so first is AC gauge, AC thermometer, not gauge. Sorry guys. Just comes with a little pocket clip if you carry it in your pocket. Sheaths out and gives you ambient temperature, and then you can stick it inside the air conditioned vent, and it'll ride around the AC vent like this, and then it'll give you a readout. And then if you can see real close, you have a green mark there, and that's from 35 to 45, and that's your target zone when you wanna run your AC. Now naturally, and I'm gonna read this because I don't always remember the temperatures, but you should be reading anywhere from 45 to 60 degrees with this when the inside of the car's ambient temperature is between 75 and 85, which that kind of, down, anyway, if I live down south and it'd be like 185 in a car. I mean, not really, but you get the point. It could be really hot, but that's just something we use from time to time to check. We'll have customers come by, man, check my AC, whatever. We'll put the gauges on. If the pressures are right, you're looking around 30, 35 on the low side, and 225. I kind of like to be at 250, 275. If it's a big system, maybe even 300. But if they're sitting around 30 and 220, 225, I'll go ahead and throw one of these in the vent and just let it run a while and see what I'm reading, and then I can, because that pressure range is acceptable on the AC gauges and for the low and the high. But if it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon in a tractor cab or an excavator cab, I mean that's a glass fishbowl. So obviously, they're only rated to cool off so much, and so it can feel hot. We had a lot of that in this last heat wave we got. But anyhow, so that's just something, I pick them up. This was $8.99 at O'Reilly's. Grab one. I know the service guys have one in their service truck, usually one in the toolbox, one in the toolbox at the shop. Caught one in the personal car. I keep these around, you never know when you need one, but it's just good to have. It's not necessary, but when you do AC work, it's nice to know where you're at, other than just reading the manifold gauges. So next up, air chucks. You never have enough air chucks. Picked this one up. It was on sale. It was like $5. And it does the straight, and it does the little 45 back. If you got duals, you can do the outside, and then you can hook back in and do the inside dual. Again, you can never have enough of these. This is also the tilt lock. So once you put it on, you stick it on and kind of tilt it a little bit, and then it'll just sit there. It'll pump air. Real nice on tractor tires, bigger truck tires, 18-wheelers, stuff like that. You can never have enough of these either. Short ones, long ones. I don't have a long one. I didn't have a long one at where my main toolbox is at. Nor did I have a tilt lock. And I ran into a situation where I needed a tilt lock the other day, where my actual lever, the little short round ones that you pull the lever and you set it on and let go, and it'll lock on. So lock on. They're like that big with the air fitting, and they have a little lock trigger. I use those most of the time, but sometimes I need a long one or a tilt lock, or I need this 45 to hook back into one of our 18-wheelers if they're stopping by to pick up a piece of equipment and they need a shot of air or something before they head off on the haul. Then I'll help them out, and then, you know, this is what gets back there. So that's why I picked it up. It was on sale in a little clearance bin. But it's things like that, you know, you can grab stuff like this. You can really never have enough of these. Like I said, the tilt locks, the long shorts, the lock-ons, long lock-ons. I mean, you got the ones with the hose, and then have the gauge and the trigger all together. I don't have one on me. Here, actually, this is another one. This is what I was talking about with the lock-on. It just doesn't have the little lock trigger right here. But you know, these little things come in handy. Just like these, you know, this won't do what this does. I mean, it'll put air in tires, but you can get into different situations with these. Then I have a regular tire gauge for like car tires, four-wheeler tires. And this is on a long. I actually have a sharp one. So things like that you can grab and, you know, that you can use. So I'm sorry, I'm looking around. I actually remembered I put it in my wife's car. But another thing you guys can never really have enough of, in my opinion, tire gauges. I have one in every vehicle I own. I have one on the four-wheeler, which is in the shop now. I got the Furman generator out of here. Got the four-wheeler in there, and just always something going on in my shop. But you can never have enough tire pressure gauges. If you do ag work, like I do, or construction work, it's good to have some that do water and some that do air, because they'll weight tires with water in construction and ag situations. And you want a gauge that'll push with water as well. So that's another thing. And then last but not least, just to keep this pretty short and sweet, I picked this up in the same little clearance rack. It's Power Torque. It's a 3/8 drive universal swivel. So yeah, and it's an impact swivel. So I needed an impact. I needed a 3/8 impact swivel the other day, and I've been using the. Let's see here. Okay, I've been using, everybody does it, but the hand socket swivels, you know, everybody knows these. They really get in swivel. But you don't want to use these. I get away from using these unless I'm actually using a hand socket. Half the time I put a chrome socket on an impact. Ooh, no, shame on me. Everybody does it. I buy lifetime warranty sockets, so they'll replace them. But when these things come apart inside here, that chunk of little metal in there, man, these things shatter and they fly everywhere in the shop when you're trying to drive them with an impact. I've seen them beam guys in the forehead, you know, fly across, crack a window to a door one time, a little see-through door glass. Yeah, it's got interesting. Just trying to impact basic nuts. I mean, that's on a 3/8, and I've seen it on halves a lot. So that's why a lot of people go and actually get the impact. That's where it makes a difference, the impact versus the swivel. But you can also, the chrome, but you can also see, I mean, the build is different. This actually has a ball inside of it. You can't really see it because it's tucked down in there. But what it is, it's a little ball that this is connected to. So it doesn't swivel as hard, but it will, I mean, it will dip down some versus that. Obviously you can see the difference. But when this breaks, that ball will break and stay inside. It will not come apart on you. Or if it does, I mean, it'll just fall out. It won't shatter and fly apart, which is why it's impact. Same with the sockets. They won't crack and shatter everywhere. They'll just crack. They won't fly to pieces like some of the bigger stuff can. I've never seen a 3/8 do it. I've cracked some halves, chromes on impacts. I've never shattered one, but I have shattered some 3/4. And I've seen a 1-inch, so a 1-inch drive. So when you get to the bigger stuff, it matters. Yeah, and same with the universals. But just like, oh Lord, just like these, you know, you can never have enough of these types of swivels, any kind. But whenever you guys can pick these up, like I did on clearance, I picked this up. It was regular $10.99. I picked it up for $6.50. So whenever you can grab them, I don't make a big deal about all the name brands on them. This is Power Torque. I've got Power Torque tools from O'Reilly's. There's nothing wrong with them. They work. I have a Mixed Power. It's that Amazon special. Got it on Amazon Prime Day the other day, a while back, and it was $5.49 with shipping. It was nothing. So I grabbed a few of them, but just some food for thought. I mean, this is just a few things that I picked up, and I just wanted to show you before I disperse them through the various toolboxes and where they're going to go. Just some things to keep in mind that, you know, when you're out and about and you scavenge those little clearance racks and aisles and stuff, just give you an idea of little things that you can pick up and keep by. They're kind of consumable. I mean, I can't tell you how many of these I lost in the weeds, or how many of these are shattered, or just how many of these I just misplace, and or it's all in the cab of the truck. Well, I got one in the portable toolbox, or I got one in my pocket. You know, if you're doing a lot of ACs. So just a couple things to keep your mind on, and keep your eye out for. If you see something at a good price, pick it up. Thanks.